reviewed Deadpool 2 yesterday. I could have said this in my spoiler-free review, but Deadpool 2 has some surprises, so it's not entirely predictable. I shouldn't have said these movies have weak plots. They have simple plots, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe some people feel this movie is jumbled. My friend John Chandler feels it's jumbled. That's fine. I enjoyed Iron Man 2 and Batman vs. Superman, but I know they're jumbled. Anyway, let's talk spoilers. Deadpool 2 has a shocking prologue. He tries killing himself. That's weird. He has his mask partially open because he's smoking a cigarette. I never smoked a cigarette, but I smoked a couple of joints, but whatever. He lays on 4 barrels, flicks a cigarette out of his mouth, and they explode. The movie rewinds itself to kindly explain why Deadpool tried killing himself. His girlfriend Vanessa was murdered, which I knew going in. I love the opening credit sequence. It's simple but hilarious. It parodies James Bond. I'm a huge Bond fan. Daniel Craig is my favorite Bond, but whatever. In association with Who Gives a Fuck, the director's credit was one of the guys who killed the dog in John Wick. Hilarious. I knew about it from Facebook, but no big deal. Deadpool briefly visits Old Lady L. She tries cheering him up, but to no avail. This scene has a nice callback to the original. He opens up a trapdoor in the floor. He finds 2 bags of cocaine and a box which says the cure for blindness. He snorts a coke in an unusual way. He actually snorts it just before he pulls his mask back on. I guess they both use coke. After his suicide attempt, Colossus arrives, literally picks up the pieces, and takes him to X Mansion. I guess it's legit. After Wade recovers, he again says there's barely any X-Men around, but we quickly see some of them, like Beetz and Quicksilver, in another room. Beetz quietly closes the doors. This little surprise was filmed on X-Men Dark Phoenix, which was filmed concurrently with Deadpool 2. This proves Deadpool lives in the same universe as those guys. The mutant prison is called the Icebox. It's in Alaska, I suppose. I hastily wrote down that nickname is kind of weird. Wade and Russell weren't given a trial. I guess barely any mutants get trials. Russell should have been sent to a juvenile prison. I guess the headmaster bribed the police chief or the judge if there was a hearing. Wade's superpowers were blocked, so his cancer returns. He's wasting away. The prison riot was initially going to be effects heavy, but that was scrapped because the budget was modest. The generator got wrecked, so Wade was able to fight off Cable. Him saying he was Batman was hilarious. He imitated Michael Keaton instead of Christian Bale. Now that I think about it, Ryan came up with several different responses. When Wade was interrogating Cable, I honestly thought he was going to make a Terminator reference like, "Did Skynet send you?" The X-Force dying was hilarious. It's the biggest shocker. I thought only Peter would die. He would crash into the ground. He tried saving one of his teammates being shredded by a garbage truck. He lost his arm and bled out. Deadpool hiring Peter was weird. I know that's a joke, but he could have asked Peter a few more questions like, "Do you have any fight training?" Vanisher dies by parachuting into power lines. His body was barely shown, so I honestly didn't recognize Brad Pitt, although you could argue his voice is distinctive. Brad was considered for Cable. He was interested, but, scheduling conflicts. I like Brad, but I can't imagine him as Cable. Can you imagine him as Cable? Has he ever played any tough guys before? I'll quickly talk about the Rednecks. They were played by Alan Tudyk and Matt Damon. I didn't recognize them because they wore wigs and prosthetic bellies. Alan played Wash in Firefly. Everyone knows who Matt Damon is. He had a cameo in Thor Ragnarok. He played a stage actor playing Loki. I heard Matt doesn't care about superhero movies. Apparently, he doesn't mind them. He just doesn't want to play big parts. Juggernaut has a small role. He is Russell's protector. He's annoying. Does anyone like him? Ryan Reynolds voices him. His voice was modulated so it sounds deeper. Juggernaut ripping Deadpool in half was hilarious. Who saw that coming? Domino wearing Deadpool like a backpack? That was hilarious. The climax was cool despite the bad CGI. I guess it couldn't be helped. Deadpool was saying CGI fight was funny. Deadpool saving Russell was nice. The sun choice was weird. When it started, I was like, what? A second later, I couldn't help but laugh because it was so weird. Deadpool trying to die was funny. It was a simple way of making fun of emotional death scenes. Cable saving Deadpool was a nice surprise. Deadpool was grateful. He hugged Cable, and he wasn't happy about it. He threatened Deadpool with a knife. The end credit scene was absolutely hilarious. I guess everyone liked it. Deadpool travels back in time to X-Men Origins Wolverine. He literally kills his other self. He shoots him several times. Then he somehow travels to the real world. He literally kills Ryan Reynolds after he reads the Green Lantern script. I skipped Green Lantern. I heard it's bad. Thanks, as always, for watching, guys. My Twitter link is down below. Let's talk about Deadpool 2 in the comment section down below. Do you prefer it over the original? I'm excited for Solo, a Star Wars story. I got my ticket yesterday. I'll talk to you later. Alrighty then.